you have to understand something. A Lama's body, a highly realized Lama, not me, a highly realized Lama's body can be affected by alcohol, by wind, by sickness, by viruses, by people, by car accidents. They can be affected, but their mind cannot. So no matter how drunk they are, how paralyzed they are, their legs are amputated, or how skinny or how fat they are, it doesn't affect their mind at all. It is just something within their body to use to benefit others around them, the type of people around them, the type of people they need to subdue. So he's with students who are hippies. At that time, students who are wild, do drugs, and students who don't want to listen about Dharma, don't want to listen about changing their mind, don't want to listen about taking responsibility. That time, doing drugs is associated in America with not taking responsibility. It's a cop-out. We're against the establishment. We're against the government. We're against materialism. So we're going to hang around in the mountains and do drugs and wear flowers because we are against the establishment. That was the thinking at that time. You guys have to put yourself there, not today. So to do drugs that time was somehow an anti-establishment, anti-materialistic, anti-material thinking. But there were a lot of people who did that as an excuse because it was just a cop-out. Because they didn't want to take responsibility. So they just did drugs to get out of that. They did alcohol. It affected their minds because they did things that were negative. They did things that were harmful. They did adultery. They killed. They robbed. They shot people. People get drunk. People do drugs. They shoot people sometimes. They hurt people. They hurt themselves. Chigun Trungpa doesn't do that. Chigun Trungpa, in order to reach these people, and not every Lama does that, because why? There are different methods for different groups of people. That method wouldn't work here. That method of getting drunk and coming to teachings 3 hours late and drunk, that's what he used to do, he's famous for, wouldn't work here in Malaysia. It wouldn't work at all. Why? The mentality is different. Here, if the Lama wears sleeves and has a little bit of hair, it's already controversial. Here. But we're going to change that. We're going to make it different. We're going to grow our hairs down to our backside. And we're going to wave it. And we're going to tell you to smell it. And what do you think? Shiny or not? Here, that's the mentality. So the Lamas are very kind. Why? They break your mentality with that. That's enough. They don't have to go to the level of alcohol in order to say, oh, even that person looks like that, still can be like that. Oh, not bad. I'll practice. But in America, they don't know anything about vows. They don't know anything about monks that time. They don't know anything about monasticism, nothing. Here they know. Eastern culture know more about monks. Eastern culture are more based on monks. Over there, not so much. Not everybody, but pervasively, if I may say so with respect. So what happens there, for Rinpoche to grow his hair and disrobe, whatever, welcome. Welcome back from planet Mars. Without you, they think you're a freak if you're a monk. They even make jokes if you wear robes to walk around the airport and say, hey, Hare Krishna. You're not even, I'm not Krishna. Okay, so they'll do that. So over there, you have to go one more step extreme, and I feel that's what Rinpoche did. He drank alcohol with them. He explored drugs with them. I've never taken drugs in my life. I'm allergic to alcohol. So even if I wanted to, I can't. So what happens, he went to extreme, and he got their respect, because even when he was drunk, even when he was high, he was focused. He was teaching them the Dharma. And when they got out of it, they would be in depressions and stupors and unhappiness, but he wasn't. He was completely focused. So they say, wait a minute, there's something with this guy's mind. That's how he got a lot of those people who would never have done Dharma into Dharma by doing what they did. Another Lama may not do that. But you see, a lot of people at that time lost respect for him. A lot of the Tibetan community, I'm sorry to say, and that's the truth, lost a lot of respect and criticized him and went away. But not anymore. Not anymore. Even myself at that time was thinking, what's going on? But I dare not criticize. Really, I dare not. I don't dare criticize Lamas. And now I go, wow. But I don't want, see, in my situation now, I don't want to look at my Lamas and look at other people and look at situations go, 30 years later, I'm not going to be around, and go, wow. I want to go, wow, right now. I want to go, wow, right now by doing that to my ego. Because my ego's been doing this to me my whole life. So I'm going to go like this to it now. And I'm not going to make excuses anymore. What kind of excuses? I'm not ready. I need this. I need that. I want this. I need time. There's no time. And you've gotten all you needed your whole life. It hasn't changed you at all. That's how I really feel. That's how I felt my whole life. How do I prove it to you? I'm here talking to you. I'm here working hard for the Dharma. I'm exerting myself to the Dharma. I do Dharma 24 hours a day. I prove it to you. I didn't say I'm attained. I say I'm doing Dharma work non-stop. So I prove it to you that what I say is what I mean. I'm here. I can do what you're doing too. I can go get myself a relationship. Easy. No problem to get a relationship. Just snap your fingers to come running. There's a lot of weirdos out there who don't match up. Plenty. I can go and be a go-go dancer in Pattaya. I go to Pattaya and be a go-go dancer. Oh, kiss my grits, you're thinking you, sort of fat and old. Yeah, there are fetishes out there. There are people into older men. I can do business too. I wouldn't be good at it right now, but I will be better. If I don't have the name of a Rinpoche, if I don't have to be all goody-goody, I don't have to worry about karma, I can be cutthroat, I can be mean and sneaky, I'll be very good in business. Very good. Sure, I can do business. I don't know if I'll be a millionaire, but I'll definitely be a thousandaire. Definitely. I'll be good in business. You think you can have relationships? I can get people even better than any of you in this room, I guarantee you. I'm showing off now, but I'm confident. Some of you think, well, that's for sure. I can get a better lady than any of you can get in this room. I promise you. I can get a better guy if I want than any of you can get in this room. It's whatever's up your alley. I can even get a better in-between if that's what you're into. I can if I want to. Why am I confident? Because I don't take no for an answer. If I take no for an answer, I usually have a reason. I have a long, far-fetched reason. Either I want the students to solicit and make requests to create the karma again, or there's damage. But that's going to be up to the students to decide and check. For the students not to give up. If you believe I have no agenda. If you believe I have an agenda, then you take whatever I say on face value. Then you take Chögyam Trungpa's drinking on face value. I'm not his level. Really, I'm not. I don't think so. I doubt it. But I can imitate him. I can be a mini Chögyam Trungpa. I can be a baby Chögyam Trungpa. I'm a mini Chögyam Trungpa. 1%. No problem. So what happens? We think about that. When he came out of this drunken stupor, when he was in it, he was totally focused. He knows what he's doing. He knows exactly what he's doing. We can see his results now. At that time, cannot. At that time, cannot. That's why I will agree with you to say that method doesn't match everyone. Correct. But I will disagree with you to say that method was not correct. But I also say to you is, if that's the only method you have available, it's either that or stay in samsara. Grab that. You don't go to you don't go to your house and it's burning and someone's going to rescue you. Say, I don't like the way you look. You're ugly. I don't want you to rescue me. The fireman says, what? But you're burning up. You're too skinny and you got weird hair and I don't like the way your eyes look and you twitch. So if you're around this Rinpoche and there's only one Rinpoche in that and you say, well, that doesn't fit me. This doesn't fit me. I can't learn that. That's not my style. It's a cop-out. It's a cop-out. If you're starving, grab whatever food you can eat. You're in a burning building, the fireman comes in, you don't like the way he looks, he's too skinny, he's too fat, his eyes twitch, and I'm not going with you, he's a pervert. Dear, that's what people do. They look at the small picture, they don't look at the big picture. You're burning in samsara, you're wasting your life away, your time is withering away, it's disappearing, and then you're still saying, but it has to be this way, or I'm not going to be a Buddha. You're like, what? Yeah, I'm not going to be a Buddha. I'm a sister, and I'm going to go to hell. And you can't do anything about it. And you're like, good luck. That's what you like to say, but since you have bodhisattva vows like me, you go, oh no, compassion. I'll teach you, I'll help you. No. Come to Rinpoche. Tell Rinpoche what's the matter. Come. Tell her. I hate you, Rinpoche. You're mean. You scream. You tell me off. You embarrass me. Oh, I'm sorry. Rinpoche's wrong. Rinpoche will give out just tonight. Rinpoche's so sorry at screaming at you. So sorry. Can Rinpoche prostrate to you? No. Please, can Rinpoche prostrate, offer pata, and say he's sorry, and do a 35 confession of the retreat for screaming at you? No. Oh, well, what can Rinpoche do to purify his karma? Let me think about it. That's how people are. It's reached a level where Rinpoches have to confess their actions and purify their negative karma for the students. The students all sit there and go, you can't do that to me, you can't say this to me, you can't act like that to me, and you can't do this to me, and you're unskillful, and that's not my way, that's not my time, I'm not ready, I am ready, I'm partly ready, I'm maybe ready, I'm not ready anymore. And you're like, what? And you're looking at them going, all right, dear student Rinpoche, can you tell teacher Rinpoche what confessional prayers he should do to do that bad comment to purify you? Let me think about it. Oh dear. That's how it's become. Rinpoches are under scrutiny. Teachers are under fire. Teachers are scrutinized for everything. The way they dress, the way they eat, the way they look. Their pimple on their face, whether they're beautiful, whether they're groomed, they have hair, they don't have hair. They're scrutinized, they're watched, and they're checked out for everything. And any little mistake, aha. Well, what about if the Rinpoche points out your mistake? Cannot. Bad Rinpoche. Bad. So how do you help people become enlightened when you tell them a lie? You're wonderful. You have no ego. You're generous. You're not lazy. You have no subtle obscurations and defilements. You be exactly as you are. Keep doing what you're doing, and you know what? See you in Kacho heaven. See you in Vajrayini's heaven. What do you want to teach us a lie? They can't lie. They can't tell you the truth. What do you want the teachers to do? So the teachers are kind of stuck. So what this teacher does is, doesn't tell them whether they like it or not. Why? Time is short. And I don't have time to pussyfoot around, like a little cat. No time. You don't have time, and I don't have time. My time is short, and some of you's time is even shorter. And in some of your cases, very short. And that's the truth. Just think, these days Rinpoches go to students to ask for purification practices for scolding them. Oh, I'm sorry for scolding you. What about like that? That's what Cancer Rinpoche told me in the monastery before. Pretty much soon you want me to apologize to you. He told me once. He screamed at me. And it woke me up. When Cancer Rinpoche screamed at me, I got screamed at many times. But I didn't complain about that. When he screamed at me, it woke me up. And I thought, why is he screaming at me and not the other student? Initially I thought, because he doesn't see what I really am, who I really am. And then when I woke up, I said, no, I needed it. Because why? That student stayed in the monastery. I had to go out. And I had to deal with the public. And I had to deal with criticisms. And I had to deal with disappointments. And I had to deal with people lying and tricking me and breaking commitments and breaking samayas and giving up and going away and coming. That's what Rinpoche also said to me. I had to deal with all of that. They didn't. So Rinpoche got me ready. Now I realize. So all the times when Rinpoche told me things that were wrong about me, I know they're wrong, but he still insisted on it. Now I realize, because I'm accused of things I don't do now. But it doesn't bother me, because Rinpoche already got me ready. Now I realize the people he didn't criticize in the same house, and I saw them doing some of them. They weren't studying, they weren't meditating, they were sleeping, and they were eating. They were sleeping, and they even watched movies, which I did later. And he didn't say anything to them. In fact, he praised them. Some of these monk students, they were filled with arrogance. They expected you to put a cushion for them, and they come in front of Cancer Rinpoche with their robes like, I am also a great master. I saw it, and I'm groveling, I'm prostrating to Rinpoche, I massage him, I wash his clothes, I'm a slave, and I'm always wrong. But what I realize now is these people are still there, and they don't have to do any work. Why? I have no idea. But I had to go out. I was kicked out, I was sent out, I was forced out. One time I was trying to escape from Gandhi, and now I'm trying to run back in. That's how samsara is. Yeah, now I'm like, I wish I was in Gandhi. I wish I was there, I wish I was there, I wish I was in Gandhi. I don't hate Malaysia. Live here as a normal layperson, fine. If you're a monk trying to spread the Dharma, don't be a teacher in Malaysia. Anything else, wonderful country. Wonderful. Let me make it better. Don't be a teacher in samsara. The end. Don't talk about Malaysia. Anywhere on the planet, don't be a Dharma teacher. They got their rocks ready. Oh yeah, that's the truth. Don't be a Dharma teacher. The expectation of you is beyond the Buddha. You won't, the things you ask your Dharma teacher, you won't even ask the Buddha. You'd be too shy. So, what I notice now is the times my teacher put me down, now I know why. The times my teacher accused me many times. You know, sometimes they scream at me. You can ask Mamie, my other teacher, would scream at me in public, but I would never react back. There was one time I was in Thupten Darjeeling Center. His Holiness Gandhi Chidamji was coming to our center to give a Dharma talk. So we were in our center with Geshe Chidam Gyaltsen getting the center ready. We were really rushed for time. We just finished painting the Gomba is the prayer hall. Gomba, G-O-M-P-A. We're in a Gomba, like this is a Gomba, putting the statues on and getting the last touches, and Gandhi Chidamji showing up anytime. That Gandhi Chidamji, just in Jambo Shenben. And so I was in charge of the altar as usual. I love it. So I put up the scriptures on the altar because it had different layers and I had different cabinets with windows. I put the statues there, I put it here, put it there, so that it wouldn't be empty and it looked beautiful, and it was my job. And when Geshe walked in, he looked at that and he says, he screamed. He screamed. I mean, he was so uncharacteristic. He says, "Who put that in there?" I'm like, my ego was so embarrassed because there's a lot of people watching. The other part of me was like, but that's what you told me to do. And Geshe screamed, "Who put that there?" And then the other students kind of walked away, and I was being traitor. Because they were like helping with the chair. They opened the cabinet, they were handing it to me. I'm like, traitor, you wait till you need help, or wait till we go to the top and you need to make offerings. I'll say I'm not available. And so I went, and Geshe says, I didn't say for you to do that. I didn't tell you to do that. We don't have enough time. Gandhi Chidamji showing up any minute, and you think it'll look good for him to walk into the Gompa, and you're on the ladder putting things on there? I didn't tell you that. He was going on and on screaming. So everybody around him was like this. I prostrated. I folded myself, and I said, I'm sorry, and I prostrated. I was so embarrassed, and I was angry. I was embarrassed, but not angry in a bad way. I was thinking, what did I miss here? And I kept brainstorming myself. What happened? I was around 17, 18. And then like 45 minutes later, Gandhi Chidamji still didn't show up. We found out he's late. There's no handphones that time in the 80s, right? So Geshe just sat down on his throne and he says, all right, Gandhi Chidamji's late. And you know, my first thought was, see? I didn't say it, but I said that. I was thinking on, see? And I checked my ego out. And Geshe said, actually, my name is Bircha in America. Actually, Bircha didn't do anything wrong. He did it right. I just didn't think we'd have any time. Yeah, and I'm like, that's what I said. And I checked my mind out. And out of all the people, and Geshe rarely screams. Rarely. He screamed at me really loud. You can ask Mamie, I think she was there. Anyways, what I realized is they're preparing me for what I need to do in the future. They're preparing me. None of the other students, except for one, is teaching. And he was quite fierce on this nun. Very fierce. She's very gentle. She's very gentle. She's still there. She's still teaching. She serves Geshe a lot. She's in a center schlepping away for the last 20 years. She even has another center where she teaches for Geshe. And he was very harsh and very strict and very fierce on her. And I saw it. She never talked back. Now she's a Dharma teacher. I heard from maybe she's teaching. She in fact goes to prison. Listen to this. She goes to prison and teaches Dharma in prisons. Not female prisons, man. And that's how Geshe trained her up to get ready for really tough people. We didn't know that then. Really. I mean, it could be a coincidence or it could be real, but that's what's happened now. I'm teaching here in the East, she's teaching in the West. But he was quite fierce on her. At that time, people go up to her and go, oh, never mind. Geshe has the reason. We don't know. Even we don't know the reason, just like, never mind. I saw that. I saw. So what I'm trying to say is, am I justifying for me? No. But I will tell you one thing, straight out and clear. Straight out and clear. I did not detect agenda in me. I do detect ego, but I don't have any materialistic agenda for people. If I did, I could obtain it. Many times over in the past. I have many opportunities. So am I praising myself? No. I'm rejoicing in the one quality that I have that I know is very clear. I don't have any materialistic agenda. So When I say that, I can tell you that there's a higher level of operation for great teachers. There is a higher level of operation. There are people that actually take the Dharma, and you know what? Listen to this. There are actually people who take the Dharma and they don't find it hard to practice. There are people like that. Unlike me or some of us, there are people who don't find it difficult to practice the Dharma. So what I'm telling you is that I don't have a materialistic agenda, means that if I, being who I am, a nobody, can reach a slight better level than a normal who I was 20, 30 years ago to have no agenda for material gains, I know that another level is possible. You see, when you gain a certain level, you know another level is possible. When you have no level, you don't believe any level is possible. You think it's hard. I don't have clairvoyance and power. I don't have control. But I definitely don't have a materialistic agenda for myself. That I know. I check myself, and I've had many people check me. So if I can gain that quality in my life, I know I can gain better qualities, and I know there are people who gain more qualities. So therefore, if I can gain that, if other people can gain better qualities, there is a thing such as a Buddha. Steps. That's my logic behind believing in a Buddha. That's my logic. Think about it, please. Think about what I've said.